Hi there, and welcome to DannyBTrainz. If you're like me, you probably spend a lot of your free time watching trains, whether that's standing trackside, playing around with trains and Trainz 22, or checking out train videos on YouTube. And for me, I grew up in the era where before YouTube, if you wanted to watch big compilations of railroads and trains, guess what? You had to dish up some money and pay for a DVD. The folks at Pentrex Train videos have been doing that for years, and there is hard to find anyone better than the folks at Pentrex for as long as they've been doing it. I will say I've grown very fond of 7 Idea Productions though, and both of those channels are fantastic accounts to follow on YouTube as they've been releasing their releases over the last few years as well. And 2 months ago, Pentrex Train videos on YouTube released this video you see behind me, highlighting street running in the later days of the modern century of railroads, when street running was more normal. And in that video, they actually had a segment highlighting the New York City Cross Harbor Railroad. Now, if the New York City Cross Harbor Railroad sounds familiar to you, Approach Medium has recently put out a new route. He's been building on this route for quite a while. And Approach Medium is one of those channels that actually inspired me to start DannyBTrainz in the first place. Started watching a lot of his content, grew to enjoy the way he was making videos of Trainz 22. It was a game I already enjoyed to play. It made me want to get out and start making some videos about it. And he took a break, kind of disappeared, and I thought, man, we got to get some more content out there just like this. He's came back in recent months and he's put out this great new route. I recommend you go check it out on his website. Link will be down in the description below. But using those two great creators, Approach Medium's route in Trainz 22 and Pentrex's video from the Cross Harbor Railroad, I wanted to put those two together and make a video highlighting the New York City Cross Harbor Railroad recreated in Trainz 22, voiced by the guys over at Pentrex. Pentrex, no copyright is meant in this video, I promise you that. Link is also to your video down below. I'm using these two together to make something creatively its own. It was a challenge, I will say, to find the exact locations that I believe Pentrex was filming in inside of Approach Medium's route. But in the end, I think I figured it out. So come along and let's head into the world of Trainz 22 and the Cross Harbor Railroad.
From the Pacific Shores to the Atlantic, we've landed in the New York City borough of Brooklyn to view street running on the New York Cross Harbor Railroad. On the Brooklyn side of its operations, the railroad has a significant amount of street trackage along the waterfront in an area called Bush Terminal. The railroad was operating with an Alco S2 switcher the day we visited the operation, and we joined the crew as they shoved a loaded car of plastic pellets up the street to a company that does injection molding. Operating through the streets here is always a challenge, and the day before we arrived, a truck ran into the locomotive. No serious damage was done, but it goes without saying that the crew is always alert for drivers who are not paying attention to the train's movements. The car of pellets is uncoupled from the locomotive, and the engine will now return to the yard to pick up a cut of cars to deliver to the New York and Atlantic Railroad. Coming down First Avenue now, The train is on its way to New York and Atlantic 65th Street Yard. The vigilant crew keeps watch over the traffic as they slowly roll ahead. The tracks take the train through a complex called the Brooklyn Army Terminal on the way to the NY&A yard. The Alco switcher is a perfect locomotive for the job here. Employees say it's tough, reliable, can take a beating, and it just keeps on working. After exchanging cars at the 65th Street Yard, the train returns now and is viewed as the crew negotiates their way through traffic along First Avenue. The train of 6 cars is returning now to the New York Cross Harbor Yard at Bush Terminal. After these cars are dropped at the yard, the crew has one more job to complete today's work. They're headed to a lumber yard at 39th Street to pick up an empty car. With the empty center beam lumber flat in tow, the crew returns to the yard to complete their day's work.
And that'll do it for this little look inside Approach Medium's Cross Harbor Railroad route on Trainz 22. We definitely will have to return into this route some more. He has done an amazing job of this one. I'm leaving a link to his route down below. And it was so much fun to try to duplicate angle for angle, shot for shot, Pentrex's trip to the Cross Harbor back in its heyday. I'm also linking to Pentrex's video showcasing straight running down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think about this route from Approach Medium. Have you picked this one up yet? Have you watched Pentrex's street running video as well? Chime in down below in the comment section, and until I see you next time, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Bye guys.